Well, your fans, after you come to WrestleMania tomorrow in the morning, and you come to Litchfield to support the Royal Varsity basketball team, you can go to Marquette to support the girls. They have a game tomorrow night versus the Marquette Spurs. Do the rest of the game time.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Dentistry with TLC. Stop hiding and start smiling. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, Cadillac, and GMC, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Hospital.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Dentistry with TLC. Stop hiding and start smiling. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, Cadillac, and GMC, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best healthcare close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.
Goodness.
Here we go.
The Simmons Firm, dedicated to helping families affected by mesothelioma and asbestos-related diseases. St. Peter's True Value Hardware and Grand Rental on State Street in North Alton. Help is just around the corner. Roberts Motors, your value store since 1949. And by Villa Rose Senior Living Community in Bethalto, serving older adults and their families since 1985. And now, Riverbend High School basketball.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Basketball from Oiler Country. A big, big crowd gathering here, and with Louis Korak, Brent Berkland here with you, too. We're at Memorial Gymnasium tonight for the East Alton Wood River Oilers and the Roxana Shells. Just another big game in this big rivalry down through the years, and tonight, more SCC action. Shells and Oilers tonight, and it looks that way when you look at the crowd. Louis, good evening.
Good evening. Absolutely. It started fast and furious here early. I got here rather early by my standards, and the parking lot was already packing to the back rows, and cars were having to get out into the streets. So it's only Shells and Oilers.
Shells and Oilers, and these two teams have been waiting a while to play each other. They played each other back on December the 11th. And just as it's been the last couple of years, the road team just keeps on winning. The Oilers varsity players have not beaten the Shells here at home during their 4-year varsity career. So now they have their last chance because there's some seniors on this Oiler roster, and they'll try to do it here at home after winning at Roxana back in December in a 6-point game.
Competitive game, and a game where DeLaro Smith came up big and was able to carry a large part of the workload in that victory, a 6-point win, a very competitive game. You're probably going to be in line for more of the same here tonight, and first place in the SEC on the west side is up for grabs in this ballgame.
That's right, because Roxana 4-3. The Oilers 5-3. That's their conference records right now in the South Central Conference. Meanwhile, overall, they both have 10 wins coming in. 10-8 for Roxana. A lot of close calls and a lot of close losses this year. As for the Oilers, they are 10-4 on the season, including that win over Roxana earlier in the season. Well, the two teams get ready to battle tonight. Two old friends meeting in the coaching ranks. Adam Miller for the Oilers and Mark Briggs for the Shells, too.
And they're going to see each other again, believe it or not, in 5 days?
Next week.
In the tournament up at Litchfield. So this one with a little more importance on it. It's got conference implications on it. They'll see each other again. It'll be 3 meetings. That's usually customary because for whatever reason or not, they usually wind up seeing each other up at that Litchfield tournament. But first things first, and this is the big one here tonight.
And the Oilers tomorrow thinking about Marquette because they'll play the Explorers tomorrow at 4 o'clock in that tournament at Litchfield. And Litchfield Invitational will feature all of those Riverbend SCC teams in the same pool. Wouldn't you know it? Wood River, Roxana, and Marquette in the same pool. CM's in the other pool this year. So we'll see how that Litchfield tournament goes, and it will start tomorrow with 4 big games and a lot of area teams, as always, in Litchfield.
A little bit of a different structure because they have gone away from the 12-team tournament, and they usually split them up into groups of 4 or 5 groups, I believe. It's 4 groups, actually, 4 groups of 3. And then they go into tournament-style format, but not so the case here because with 10 teams, two teams not coming back this year, I believe, are Jersey and Lovejoy, and it makes it a 10-team tournament this year. They do it in 2 pools. They're going to play everybody in their pool, and then the crossover game will be on Saturday. But that's something that a lot of these tournaments are going to now because that guarantees everybody 5 games.
We'll take a break. Be back with more pregame in a moment. Shells and Oilers on the way tonight. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with Whirlpool.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RiverBender.com.
And if a serious injury occurs, they're backed by an expert team of Alton Memorial Hospital surgeons and therapists. The Human Motion Institute at Alton Memorial Hospital, we're part of the community.
There are likely some neighborhood birds that would benefit from a little help.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new Luma Smiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael, won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Hot. On the floor, cheerleaders on the floor, and the two teams make their way to the floor. The Oilers and the Shells. East Alton Wood River wearing their white home uniforms trimmed in the maroon and gold. And for Roxana, it's the red uniforms trimmed in the blue and gold. So the red, blue, and gold of Roxana making the short trip here to Oiler Country. Remember, back on Monday night, we had Shells and Oilers on the girls' side, down the road in Roxana. Now we move to Wood River tonight.
Boys are hoping to make it a perfect 2-0 sweep on the week, and should be a much more competitive game, though, because the girls' game, actually, it got to be competitive for quite a long time, and it got into the late in the third quarter. It was a score where the Shells were within a handful of points, but the next thing you know, the Oilers wound up running away with that one and won it rather handily.
Coach Joe Parmenteer's Oilers over Coach Mike Arbuthnot Shells, and tomorrow night we'll have the Lady Oilers back on the radio too. They'll be at Marquette against the Explorers. We also have Illinois basketball tomorrow afternoon. That's at Michigan State. A big first place showdown in the Big Ten for that one. A big crowd tonight, though. I would say 500 plus here, packed in, because you won't see many times when the student body is up in the balcony behind one of the baskets, but that's where the Oiler fans are up there with their bodies painted maroon and gold up there, Louis.
Well, you got to love it, though, because when this place fills up, there's a lot of atmosphere in here, and it's been a long time since I've seen people starting to sit in the back balcony behind the far basket down there opposite of us, and but it's something that you definitely like to see. And again, that only means one thing: it's got to be Shells, it's got to be Oilers.
And they're here tonight, and they'll meet again next week again at that Litchfield Invitational Tournament. These two teams a lot alike in that they both only play really the starters for the most part. You don't see the bench come into play very much. Sometimes the 6th and 7th man will do a little damage, but mostly it's the starters for both of these teams. And for the Roxana Shells, the starters for Coach Mark Briggs, Gus, Campbell, Riney, Garner, and Yerkes. The leading scorer, Ethan Gus. It's only been a couple of times that he has been in single-digit scoring. Back on Tuesday night at Southwestern, he had 27 points. But Roxana lost by 6 points, just like they lost by 6 to the Oilers the first time they played them, too.
Well, and again, it's a matchup where you expect it to be a good, tight, competitive game. And what answer are the Shells going to come up with for DeLaro Smith tonight? That's got to be a big challenge for them, considering what he was able to do in the previous meeting.
And the Oilers have 2 big men. Sometimes you'll have one, like the Shells, with big freshman Hunter Riney. But for the Oilers, they have 2 players at 6'4", 6'5", Hall and Cobb. And they're going to turn the lights out and turn the spotlights on here for the starting lineup for the Oilers. And the lights go out here at Memorial Gymnasium. The fans go wild. And it's East Alton Wood River basketball tonight. And the starters, DeLaro Smith, along with the big men, Cobb and Hall. And they also have Brandon Corey shooting outside. And the little man, the point guard, Kevin Tharp. But again, they have a good mixture of little guys and big guys, and it seems like the Oilers have a good mixture in their starting 5 this year.
Well, and you have to. I mean, as long as you can have young players that are contributing and that are getting hands on the job, they're actually getting good experience out of it. It'll only help them in the long run, and that'll go with those older veteran players, if you want to call them, the juniors and the seniors. If you can get a good balanced mix like that, it usually produces good results, and the Oilers, so far it's worked for them. They're at 10-4.
10-4 their record, 10-8 the record for the Shells. For the Oilers, they have the bigs, Hall and Cobb, they have the guards in Corey and Tharp, and then they have the big scorer in DeLaro Smith, who likes to drive to the basket, and I think we'll see him a lot around the basket here tonight. He did make a lot of threes and was hitting his outside shot at Roxana back in December, but his three-point shot has been off as of late, so we'll have to see if maybe he takes his game to the basket and to the rim here in this ball game tonight. Shells and Oilers get ready for battle in a big crowd once again, and it'll probably be a loud crowd as well here tonight.
Well, we'll see what kind of defense the Shells come out with. That'll be a key to determining what DeLaro Smith is going to be able to do. If they come out in that zone defense, it's going to be difficult for him to penetrate. I would imagine that they're going to come out and just try to pack the lane, force the Oilers to keep the ball on the outside. If they start knocking shots down on the perimeter, then that changes the whole complexion.
Well, here we go. The tip won by the Oilers. DeLaro Smith has it. It's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds goes the Shells. Stephen Garner, who is diving on the sideline trying to save it, and the Oilers will keep it. Referee loses his whistle here to start, but we're ready to go here, and the scoreboard is out at that far end, so I guess the scoreboard here on the near side is okay. They throw it to the wing. It's Brandon Corey with the basketball. Corey outside to Colby Hall. Now DeLaro Smith has it. He's guarded by Garner with Riney helping out. Off the glass, no good. Smith got his own rebound. Now they fight for it, and Colby Hall out of there with it. Hall puts it on the ground, but Garner grabs it, and we're headed the other way in a scoreless game.
Well, once Hall put the ball on the ground, you knew the Shells were going to get their hands active in there, and somebody was able to knock that away. Couldn't see who it was. There were a host of bodies there, but nonetheless, first turnover of the game, and now the Shells with the opportunity to jump out with the quick lead.
Ethan Gus has the basketball. Leading scorer for the Shells. Fires it up. In and out, no good. And Cobb there with a rebound. Riney was there too, but Cobb had him blocked out. All the way down to Hall. Dumps to Cobb through his hands. It goes to Smith. Smith back out to Tharp, and Tharp's going to set up the offense again. Hall dumps it to Smith, knocked away, turnover, Roxana ball. Here comes Gus inside, lays it up, missed it. Riney with a follow, and it's up and in.
Well, that time Gus does the right thing. He goes coast to coast, but he's too worried about making a contact instead of just knocking a shot down. But Riney, the big man, is there to follow up, clean up, and get the first points of the game. And boy, right now the Shells defense, they're very active here.
Got their hands everywhere, and the Oilers not making very crisp passes either. There's a turnover, and Roxana ball again. Gus into Riney. Hands it off underneath. Blocked away by Hall. He gets a lot of blocked shots. Out to Campbell. 3 ball. Way off the mark. Out of bounds. Oilers ball. 2-0. Roxana here.
Well, that time Yurkis had a wide open opportunity, and he just took too long to get the ball up, and Hall comes from nowhere to be able to get himself a block, and that's a big block. Good defense.
Oilers ball. They haven't scored yet. First quarter. And the Oilers lose it again. Another turnover. Here comes Garner all the way down. Foul and one. It's good. He threw it up off the glass, and Garner got it to go.
Well, once you get body contact, hey, anything can happen. And I didn't see who the foul was on, and
I didn't either.
Nonetheless, the Oilers pick up their first team foul and chance for a three-point play.
And it's in the air and good. Garner with a three-point play, and just like that, it's 5-0 in favor of Roxana. Here comes Brandon Corey to the baseline. Gives out to Tharp. Kevin Tharp inside. Hands it to Hall. He's at the high post. Now Corey for 3. He missed it. Smith runs down the rebound. Triple team gives it out to Hall. Now to Tharp. Into Cobb. Cobb up and in. Off the glass, Lucas Cobb.
Well, that's going to be the interesting matchup there, because if they can get the ball inside to some of their bigs, and you've got Corey down there and you've got Cobb down there, then you've got to figure that they're going to try to work on Hunter Riney, and there's the first turnover for the Shells.
Tharp inside, good, and one. Campbell with a foul, and Tharp laid it in, and we are now at 5-4, and this three-point play could tie the game.
Well, it changes quickly. He comes up with the steal, and he takes it coast to coast. I think Campbell picked up the foul, and Tharp giving it to him a little bit. Now he's got a chance to quickly tie it up.
Missed the free throw off the front rim, and here come the Shells, leading 5-4 now. 5-4. Here's Ethan Gus with it, guarded by Hall. Gus fires it left side to Garner. He'll back it up. Campbell down to Riney. On the block, little fadeaway. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Colby Hall out of there with it. To DeLaro Smith. Smith driving, knocked away from behind, but Tharp has it. Kevin Tharp driving inside. Reverse layup. In and out, no good. There's Cobb, and he's fouled underneath. Cobb with a rebound, and Hall and Cobb already getting plenty of rebounds. Garner with the foul.
Well, and that's going to be another key. If the Shells can keep them off the glass and force them to 1 and out. And they're going to have some success here tonight, but you can't allow these bigs for the Oilers to have their way on the offensive glass, because if they do, this could turn into one of those games where they can run away with it.
A lot of times they win the rebound edge when you have two guys that are that big. Hall 6'4", Cobb 6'5", and Cobb hits the second free throw. So he ties it up at 5-5 midway through the first quarter now. 4:20 to go. Backdoor to Riney. Out of bounds it goes. They lost it. Oilers ball here in Wood River.
Well, they tried that long backdoor lob to Riney, and boy, you know it's got to be a high pass if you can't get it into the arms of that 6'7" kid.
6'7" freshman, number 55. Lucas Cobb, the Oilers, wears number 55. Roxana tips a pass out of bounds. 5-5 game here. First quarter. Each team with a couple of buckets. Each team with a free throw. The Oilers only 1 out of 3, though, from the line. Here's Tharp. Down to the corner, now to Smith. Smith got his man in the air, and he was fouled on the arm. Missed the shot off the glass. DeLaro Smith fouled by, thought it was Garner, but maybe not. Garner guarding Smith here to start the night, and Smith misses the free throw.
Boy, that's not a good sign when you've already been at the line about 5 times, 4 times, and 1 for 4, make it 1 for 5. Wow, neither one of those were close.
Way short for DeLaro. And 5-5 remains the score. Everybody a little nervous, a little uptight, but
except you and I.
Excited to play, too, when it's Shells and Oilers.
You're not uptight, are you?
Not at all. Here's Ethan Gus for the Shells. Now outside, left wing jumper is missed. Tharp has the rebound. Oilers ball, they want to push it. Here's Corey inside. Foul and 1. A scoop shot, and Brandon Corey got it to go. A foul on Ethan Gus.
Just a dribble drive where he's able to throw up a scoop shot and convert it. And boy, this is a good sign for the Oilers with all the opportunities. 4.5 minutes in, and they're getting to the line, but they can't make any free throws. Man,
missed another one. 6 free throws.
And only made 1.
1 out of 6. Here's Gus inside. Glass, no good. Riney with a follow. He was fouled on the floor. He put the shot in, but fouled by an Oiler, and it's Tharp, the little man, helping out on defense there with a foul.
What's that, 5'2" against 6'7"?
It is. 5'7", but Tharp's nowhere near 5'7". Here's a missed shot. Rebound, Gus puts it over Cobb, and he's fouled. And Lucas will pick one up here, I believe. Number 55 will get his first.
Well, you want to keep them out of foul trouble, the bigs. If you can get into that Oilers bench and get those 2 big guys on the bench, that's exactly what you want if you're a Shells fan and a player.
Free throw, no good by Ethan Gus.
What, we got a lid on these rims or what? What's going on here?
I think everybody's a little uptight when it comes to these free throws here. And here's the second one. Gus puts it in. He hits it here, and it's 7-6 in favor of the Oilers. Gus 1 out of 2, and that's his first point. Scored 27 on Tuesday night. DeLaro Smith, offensive foul as Gus takes a dive, and Smith put a shoulder into it.
Looked like he was able to throw the arm just enough for our official to see it here, and I think the right call was made. And obviously, if you're Gus, that's exactly what you want to do. If you have to do a little bit of embellishing, nothing wrong with that, to try to sell it.
So true, so true. Gus, he'll have contact at both ends of the floor all night long. Boy, Gus, he'll run into anybody. Here's Riney to Garner. Garner down low, and a double team there on the block. Back out to Gus it goes. Yerkes had no room down there. He's guarded by Smith. Now Gus in trouble, gives it back to Stephen Garner, center circle. 2:30 to go, first quarter. 7-6 Oilers lead.
Well, you can see the Oilers defense is making a concerted effort. Look, every time Gus touches the ball, there's two bodies flying all over him. They're going to make it difficult for him.
Riney, a little turnaround, and he traveled on the block. Ryan Touche will be our first sub of the night. Mark Briggs bringing Touche off the Shells bench, and Garner was going to come out. Now they're going to change it up, and it'll be instead Cody Yerkes out of the game. 7-6 Oilers, and they have the ball. We're live in Wood River for Friday night SCC basketball. Here's DeLaro Smith, gets a step, reverse layup, good! Smith for two.
That's too easy there. He's able to find the baseline, nice little reverse, knocks the layup in. Weak side defense has got to be better there.
Gus, a wild shot as he, again, looking for contact, and he found it but missed the shot. Now Colby Hall gets it stolen away. Campbell the other way, lays it up, no good. Rebound, jump ball, and Coach Adam Miller wanted a foul on Gus over the back of Hall, but they called a jump, and it's Roxana ball.
Well, you're Campbell, you get the steal, and you got to knock the layup down. I mean, those are precious points that you can't afford to give away, especially when they're that easy.
Riney missed a shot, rebound, Colby Hall again. He's all over the boards early on.
Those are cold right now shooting the basketball. They led 5-0, but they've been outscored 9-1 about the last 5 minutes.
Smith with a three in the corner, and it's up and in. Swish for DeLaro Smith.
Well, just coming off a pick there, and in the left corner, it was smooth coming out of his hands, and it looked good coming out of his hands, and every bit of it was good.
Here's Touche off the bench. He hits a three. Back the other way, Ryan Touche.
Hello, welcome to the game.
12-9, Oilers by 3. Here's Tharp into Hall, knocked away, and it goes to the floor. Gus rolls it out to Campbell. He didn't have numbers, and so Shells have the ball. It's Ethan Gus, way out there, missed a long three. Riney with a rebound, no good. Follow is good, and one. Smith maybe with a foul here. Riney's going to go for three.
Well, you got to get a body on him, because if you don't keep him away from the basket, those offensive rebounds are going to be easy for him to pick up, and he had two quick offensive rebounds there. He was able to convert and a chance for a three-point play.
He's got 4, Garner with 3, Touche with 3 points, and Riney hits the free throw with 42 seconds to go in the opening quarter. We're tied 12-12.
Game of streaks, Roxana with the first 5. Oilers then come back, scoring 12 out of the next 13, and now Roxana on a 6-0 run, and we're back to even.
So our second tie of the game. And 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Brandon Corey for the Oilers. Number 33 out to Colby Hall. Hall down low to Smith underneath, and fouled by Gus. They lost him on the baseline, and looks like Gus with another.
That's going to be 2 fouls on him, so what do you do now if you're Mark Briggs? That's 2 fouls, and we're not even through the first quarter.
And DeLaro Smith has 2 for the Oilers, I believe. In the air, missed it off the back iron.
He's got a mental block on the free throw line right now. That's 0 for 3, and that's the closest one he's come to knocking it down, and that was well off the back iron.
Well, DeLaro will try again. He's got 5 points in the game. Cobb comes out. Detrez McElroy into the game, 6-foot senior. And he missed them both.
Not even close.
Still 12-12.
Sometimes it's amazing how free throws can become a mental block.
7 missed free throws for the Oilers in the first quarter. 1 out of 8. And they've had trouble with free throws all year long. Here's Gus. Missed it. McElroy had it. And he comes out of there with it to end the quarter. McElroy holds it under the basket. And after 1 quarter here in Wood River, the Oilers and the Shells are tied 12-12. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
After one quarter, we're tied. Back live in Wood River, it's 12-12 after one. Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back with you here on Z1570. Oilers ball to start the second quarter. Man-to-man defense for the Shells. Back out high, DeLaro Smith dumps to Colby Hall, spinning into the lane, up and missed it. Rebound Smith there, tipped it, Cobb has it, he missed it, Smith follows it, up and in, DeLaro Smith.
Too many offensive rebounds again, and that's the first time we've really heard Colby Hall getting involved offensively there. No points thus far. And I believe that was his first shot of the afternoon or the evening.
Hall playing some D out high. Lucas Cobb with a steal. Smith to Hall. He's inside. He lays it up and in. It's 16-12 Oilers.
Well, they're gonna make this quick, and Mark Briggs is gonna take a timeout. He's gonna get Riney right back in there. That's just too easy getting the ball inside the paint, and he's gonna get his big man right back in there. He's got to get a block stopper somewhere there, and it's a quick timeout.
Timeout here with 7:04 to go. And we're in the second quarter. 16-12 our score. 8 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland here with you in Wood River, with a few hundred of our friends here.
And a few of them right here in front of us as well.
Right on the stage as always, yes.
Do I want to call them the Brood? They're always here in full force. There isn't a game that they miss, is there?
Not at all, nope. The old, the young, everywhere in between. Roxana ball after the timeout. Ethan Gus has it. Out high, right wing, shot missed. Rebound under there. Lucas Cobb out of there with it. And a whistle, and it's going to be, well, not out of bounds. The referee just inadvertently blew the whistle. Oilers ball.
They'll tell you when they're wrong. Not often. But.
My bad, he says. Kevin Tharp with the basketball for the Oilers. Hall to Smith. Smith, turnaround, up and in. Smith has the touch, just not at the free throw line.
I think you can live with that, though, if you're Roxana. You want to contest his shots. You want to make them difficult, especially his turnarounds. You make it difficult for him. Let him feel you. If he knocks shots down like that, you just tip your hat to him and say, hey, nice shot.
Hunter Riney, the freshman for Roxana, out to Campbell, now to Touche. Drives in, kicks it to Garner. Garner down to Riney, up, no, bumped by Cobb.
Like bumped, yes.
Bumped by Cobb, but no foul, and Colby Hall has it, but he traveled in the corner with it. Once he grabbed it, Oilers turnover. Shells bring number 40, Cody Yerkes, back in for Ryan Touche.
That could have been a little debatable there. That may have been a makeup call for the other end for not calling the foul, so referees have their way of trying to balance things out, don't they?
You don't want those little bumps to be called fouls every time, but these are two big guys. Here's Riney again. Up, and it rolls in the middle of the lane for the big freshman.
It's an interesting matchup, isn't it? Riney's just tall and lanky, and then you've got Cobb, who's a big boy, and he's got a big body to go with it as well. So an interesting matchup there, and a pair of 55s. Go figure.
Lucas Cobb, 6'5", 280. 18-14. Oilers have the 4-point lead. Hall holds it high, gives it to Tharp. Coach Adam Miller calls play number 5, and Brandon Corey has it. Down to Cobb, knocked away. Riney with a reach in, no call there, but they're going to get the call on Lucas Cobb instead.
That's his second one, and that's not an area where you want to pick up a foul, so a turnover again for the Oilers. That's number 8 in the game. And now Lucas Cobb with 2 fouls, so he's going to go to the bench, and McElroy will come in for him.
Well, there's another case where Riney doesn't get the call, but Cobb does get the foul called on him.
And Riney's got no fouls, so keep an eye on that.
Hunter Riney, guarded by Hall now. Here's Ethan Gus. Gus, top of the key to Garner. Stolen away. Smith tipped it to Corey. Back to Smith. He'll lay it up and in. No answer for DeLaro tonight so far.
Well, that's just good transition basketball by the Oilers. You get the turnover, you get the ball up quickly up the court, and you get yourself an easy layup.
Hunter Riney dribbled it off of his foot, out of bounds, and Roxana turns it over, trailing by 6. Touche now in for Garner. And Touche will take McElroy man-to-man. Riney is going to take Colby Hall. Here's Tharp, guarded by Gus. Tharp driving to the left wing, looking inside, instead outside, knocked away. And one referee says, I didn't see it. The other referee says, Roxana ball. Shells ball. Oh, now they're going to get together. With 4:25 to go, second quarter, Coach Adam Miller.
The coaches are trying to influence that call.
It's Oilers ball. And Coach Mark Briggs now out on the floor. Here's Kevin Tharp. Tharp gives to Corey. Corey to Colby Hall. Now McElroy gets the baseline. Bumped a time or two. Back to Smith. He fires it up. No good. And a foul. Gus grabbed it and fouled by McElroy on the rebound.
Well, that's going to be free throws the rest of the half for the Shells. So they've only got 14 fouls, so they've got a ways to go yet. So Roxana now can make up some of this deficit by getting to the free throw line and knocking some free throws down. And imagine if the Oilers can just make some free throws, we could be looking at a double-digit lead right now.
That's for sure. It's a 6-point game now. As it is, 20-14, Gus up and in, and Ethan Gus will shoot another. Does not have a field goal. He has 2 points now in the game. 4:07 to go till halftime, and 2 for 2. 20-16. The Oilers by 4 points. Hundreds and hundreds of fans here packed into the gymnasium. And
I like this atmosphere.
It's awesome. At the old barn and down low, it's Colby Hall fouled.
It's going to be Riney.
Fouled there by the freshman Hunter Riney. And Hall will shoot free throws, and Colby will try to add to his 2 points in the game. The lefty fires it up. No good.
Oh, man, this is just... That's tough to watch. And I'm looking at Adam Miller over there, and all he can do is just put his head down because you just wonder why.
This is the 10th free throw for the maroon and gold. No good. 1 out of 10. Smith with a rebound, though, and it's up and in.
That's just no excuse for Roxana there to not box that out. You have an opportunity there to get the basketball and cut it to 2 or 1. Somebody didn't do their assignment, and of all people, DeLaro Smith, you've got to keep him off the boards there, but he does a nice job of cleaning up the 2 misses by Hall.
Outside on the wing, and it's a turnover. Tharp playing some awesome defense on Gus off the ball, and it's Oilers ball. Timeout, Roxana. DeLaro Smith now has 13 points. It's a full timeout for the Shells, who lead it, or I should say they trail it, by 6 here in the second quarter. It's the Oilers 22, the Shells 16. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
You've worked hard to get where you are. to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Roxana, they are 5 out of 6, but they trail by 6. Oilers ball after the Roxana timeout. Colby Hall dumps it to Smith in the lane. Off the glass and in. DeLaro Smith has 10 in the quarter.
Well, you have to keep him outside. Somebody's got to get a body on him and just force him away from the basket. And right now, he's just having his way in the paint. That's why he's got 10 points in his quarter.
3 ball, no good. Colby Hall rips down the rebound. Here comes Tharp up to Corey. Now McElroy knocked out by Yurkus. Good hustle there as he tipped it out. And into the game, Garner in for Yurkus.
It's the largest lead of the game right now.
8 points. They could make it double digits here. They have the ball. It's Brandon Corey for 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Hunter Riney with it for the Shells. Gives it to Gus. Gus up the floor. All the way down to the block, and he's fouled as he leans in like always. Ethan Gus, and a foul on Tharp.
I like the way that the Oilers are playing defense, though, on him, because they're, unlike what's going on at this end with DeLaro Smith, the Oiler defense is making it awfully tough for Gus. They're contesting every shot and making all of them difficult. Doesn't have a field goal yet, but he's making his free throws. He's got 4 points, but, again, you put a body on him, you make him feel it, eventually that stuff wears on you.
By the third and the fourth quarters, indeed. Here's another free throw good by Gus.
Feel like you've been in a boxing match, you know?
Exactly. 24-18. Oilers with the lead and the ball. Here's Colby Hall underneath. Missed the layup. Riney rips down the rebound. Shells ball.
It's a good entry pass from McElroy, and Hall's got to finish those.
Top of the key, Gus has it. And now Campbell, number 21, Daniel Campbell. Gives to Gus, guarded by Smith. Riney trying to post up, and he has it now. Riney a little turnaround, rolls off the rim. Rebound Smith, Oilers ball.
Well, they worked it around well, and they got the shot that they were looking for, just didn't go down.
Here's Tharp with it. 1:44 till halftime now. Hall, backdoor to Smith, a little too far. Otherwise, he may have another layup. Out of bounds, Roxana ball.
Well, it's a good thought there. Just pass was just a little too long. You get that one right in line, that's an easy layup.
Shells come up the floor. Campbell, Gus, Riney, Garner, and Yurkus out there. Here's Gus, guarded by Smith. Gus for Roxana, gives to Yurkus. Yurkus down to Riney. And double team, triple team, Brandon Corey with a steal. Here's Tharp up the floor.
9 turnovers, 8 turnovers now for Roxana in this first half.
Tharp out to Brandon Corey, into Smith. Inside, good again! He split the defense, and Smith with 2 more.
Well, it's just, he's putting on a clinic out there right now as far as getting the ball inside and taking it strong to the hole. The penetration's just there. Roxana hasn't been able to take that away. Now he comes up with a big block.
Big block, and we're headed the other way. Smith fouled at the free throw line, and it might be Gus. Let's see here. A foul on Roxana, and the foul is on number 30, Ethan Gus.
That's 3 fouls. Boy, you wanted to see which one of those 2 was going to make it through the second quarter, who was going to bite first and pick up that 3rd foul. And it's Ethan Gus with 47 seconds left. DeLaro Smith's been able to stay away from it, and that's been big for him.
He has 12 in the quarter.
Boy,
but
he just can't buy a free throw.
0 for 5 from the free throw line.
He's not even close.
He has 17 in the game and 5 missed free throws.
He could have over 20. He just knocked some free throws down.
Inside, shot rolls off the rim. 30 seconds to go till halftime. 8-point lead for the Oilers. They may wait for the last shot here.
Oh, absolutely.
Now 22 seconds left. Top of the key, Tharp with it. Live from Wood River. Oilers lead the Shells, 26-18. Corey inside, no. Smith with a follow. He picked up the loose change, and he was fouled there by Yerkes.
Well,
here we go. DeLaro at the line again.
I mean, he's got to knock one down sooner or later.
In the air, and it's...
I've never seen anything like it.
Off the rim, no good. His dad over here sitting in the third row, he can't believe it either. Larry Smith.
Well, what's he going to say?
And this free throw rolls off the rim. He missed them both.
Boy, oh boy.
0 for 7. Here's Garner inside. Finger roll. Good. 2 seconds left, and Garner hits a big bucket for the Shells. And here at halftime, our score, East Alton Wood River over Roxana, 26-20 at the half. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RiverBender.com.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Representative. For more information, call 618-258-3168 or go online to OlinCreditUnion.org. Look around your kitchen.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
You get the fouls?
Yeah. There's 8 fouls.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Vehicle maintenance dealer.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com.
Three-pointer for DeLaro, but again 0 for 7 from the free throw line. For Roxana, 4 different scores. 7 for Riney, 5 for Gus, 5 for Garner, 3 for Touche. And the only player with 3 fouls is Ethan Gus with 3. Garner has 2 fouls, so does Tharp, Cobb, and Smith for the Oilers.
Well, again, it's much of what you expected here. Pretty tight score. Oilers up by 6. Doing just enough right now to have that lead. And again, DeLaro Smith a big part of it. But Both teams need to cut down on some of the turnovers. 8 for the Shells. For the Oilers, you've got 9. You duplicate that, you're getting up into that, close into that 15 to 20 range. And I know coaches are, they'd like to keep it. They'd like to keep it around that 10 marker, 10 to 12 marker for a game. I think a coach would admit that that's a good number for turnovers. In a perfect world, you wouldn't have any, but that's an area I think both teams need to clean up on. And obviously for the Oilers, clean up the free throws.
Indeed, otherwise they'd have a lot bigger lead for sure. They're up by 6 here, though, 26 to 20. And we are live at Memorial Gymnasium, the old barn in Wood River, East Alton Wood River, hosting the Roxana Shells. Shells are going to get the ball here in the second half. The officials ready, the coaches ready, the players and fans all ready for the third quarter now. 8 minutes on the clock, third quarter, Roxana ball, and here comes Ethan Gus. Gus hands the ball to Campbell. Top of the key now to Garner. Roxana in the red. They have the ball. Gus inside. No. Riney with a follow, and once he grabbed the rebound, he was fouled by Cobb. There's 3 on him.
Well, he picked up his third foul pretty quick, and he sat out most of that second quarter, and it didn't take long for number 3. Here he comes right out of the game.
And it will be McElroy into the game. 7:45 to go, third quarter. As Riney has it on the inbounds, and he rolls it off the rim. Riney missed another one. Here's Smith into Hall. Layup, no good. Rebound, bounces around, and Smith had it. Knocked out of his hands by Hunter Riney. Oilers ball. Ricocheting all around like a pinball under there.
I was just thinking the same thing. A little pinball action here.
Smith backs it up, gives it to Hall. They collapse on him, missed it. Rebound, Smith. No, blocked away by Riney, and he grabs it, hands it to Gus.
Boy, Colby Hall's had some opportunities underneath the basket, and he's got 2 points in the game, but he can have a lot better night right now if he knocks some shots down.
Gus inside, good. Off the glass, he finally got one to go.
And that was another tough shot, though. They're making it very difficult for him shooting the basketball, and I think if you're Adam Miller, you got to be pleased with that. If he's going to earn his points, make him come the hard way, and that certainly wasn't an easy shot there, but he got it to go down.
Outside, it's Tharp. Now free throw line, Smith, and Riney blocks his shot this time. Tried to go high over Riney. Here comes Gus the other way. Glass, good. 2-point game as Gus hits again.
Well, dribble penetration again, transition, where he's able to get out into the open space, and Adam Miller senses it, and he's going to call a timeout.
30-second timeout as the Shells close to within 2 now. 26-24 our score, and quick timeout for Coach Adam Miller, who has seen Cobb pick up his third foul, and he's also watched Gus hit 2 buckets. He didn't have any field goals in the first half.
Well, they were able to relegate him to the perimeter, and when he did take shots, there was always a body on him, and the shots were always contested. First one he made was a difficult shot. That one was just in transition, where nobody was able to get back on defense. And he's a pretty good one-on-one player, and he's got a nose for the basket. When he senses he can get there, he makes a nice move and lays one in and cuts this to a 2-point game.
Oilers ball with Tharp, McElroy, Smith, Corey, and Hall out there. Cobb, the starter, on the bench. Roxana with their starters on the floor. Yerkes, Campbell, Gus, Garner, and Riney out there for Coach Mark Briggs. Here's Tharp, down to McElroy. Baseline, fires it up. No, Smith with a follow. Inside, foul on Hunter Riney as Riney tried for some defense on both sides of the basket there.
Well, DeLaro Smith now has come up with some offensive rebounds, and want to keep him away from there because he's already dangerous enough as it is, and you don't want to give him offensive rebound opportunities. Hey, and he hits a free throw. Good for him.
18 for Smith with the free throw. And missed the second free throw. Hall rips it down, though, and lays it in. Colby Hall with another rebound and a putback.
Too many offensive rebounds, and again, somebody just didn't box out, and that turns into basically a 3-point play.
Riney, turnaround, good. Hit off the flat part of the rim and rolled in.
Boy, that's about as flat as can be. I didn't think that one had a prayer, and sure enough, he knocks it down, and it's a 3-point game again.
9 for Riney, the freshman, 6'7". Here's Tharp with it. Now to Corey. Fakes a 3, gives to Tharp. 29-26. The Oilers by 3 points. 5:35 to go, third quarter. Tharp inside to Hall. Hall backs in. Traveling call as he backed in front of the rim.
Well, if he wasn't going to get called for a travel, he was going to get called for a 3-second violation, because you can't put the ball down twice in the paint, still hold on to it and expect to get away with it.
Roxana ball down by 3. 5:23 to go as Gus comes to the top of the key, guarded by Tharp. Now to Touche, who's into the game. Touche backs it up, guarded by McElroy. Now to Campbell, right wing. Campbell dribbles to the baseline, throws to Riney. Too high for him, out of bounds, as it was out of his reach again.
They're trying to hit him in some of those fine spots where it's just a tight area to get the basketball inside. You don't want to force anything. If it's not there, pull it back out. Work on another play, run the offense again, and a couple times they've tried those entry passes where it's just not there, and it winds up being a turnover.
Lucas Cobb back into the game. Keep an eye on that. He's back in on offense. Corey to Hall, now to Tharp, right wing. Kevin Tharp dribbles in, down to Cobb it goes. He missed it off the glass, got his own rebound, rolled it off the rim again. No good.
Well, now the Oilers are starting to miss some easy shots.
Shells ball, still down by 3. Campbell with a 3, and it's stuck between the rim and the glass, and the possession arrow will go to the Oilers. Jump ball.
Well, you don't see that often from a 3-point shot. Little stick 'em on the rims.
It looked like it. A little more air in the basketball. Maybe that's it. Tharp to Brandon Corey. Oilers ball. They're up by 3. Almost a steal there. As Gardner tipped it out, Oilers will throw it back in. Corey throws it into Tharp. Kevin Tharp over the timeline. Guarded by Gus. Actually, the Shells in a zone defense now. Matchup zone, and Tharp to Corey. Back to Tharp. 4:08 to go, third quarter. Down inside to Smith. Fade away, no good, and Riney over the back of Cobb. Riney is over the back of Cobb at the front of the rim. That's the right call, I think. 3 on Hunter Riney.
Again, he seems to be the only one, though, going for the loose balls. Oh,
Smith traveled at the free throw line. He walked with it.
Shell's got to get some other bodies in there to get some rebounds. Riney about the only one. And now he has 3 fouls, so both 55s with 3.
Turnaround, Riney, good. In the middle of the lane, Riney with a 2.
Well, he can afford to take it to Cobb there, and vice versa, because they both know they've got 3 fouls, so Cobb can't get too aggressive. Pretty much has to let him go.
Cobb inside, fouled there. I think it's Garner reaching in to help out on Riney, so Garner with his 3rd.
So we got 3 players with 3 fouls now, and got Gus, Garner, and Riney all with 3.
Down to Cobb it goes, back out to Tharp. Inside, outside, and Tharp is fouled. Somebody else reaching in. And it's going to be maybe Campbell this time. Oilers will throw it in. 3.
Thank you, Mike Young. We're trying to listen to him over there with the foul call.
Smith down to Hall, and it's blocked away underneath.
Even a better block there by Riney. Wow, nice pass by Smith.
Gus inside, fouled by DeLaro Smith underneath.
And he's got 3 fouls now.
There's just fouls all over the place as everybody's going for block shots. And at the line, Ethan Gus. Gus at the line for Roxana. It's 29-28.
5 for 6.
Up and in, and our third tie of the night, 29 all.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Last one was 12-12. Oilers with only 3 points here in the third quarter. Up and in. Shells have the lead, 30-29.
First lead since they led what? 5-4.
Oilers ball down by 1 now. As Gus went 2 for 2, and he has 6 in the third quarter. Ball knocked away. Roxana headed the other way. Long pass to Touche, trying to settle it down, and he does. Touche in the corner, out to Garner. 2:55 to go, third quarter. Roxana with the lead and the ball. 30-29 our score. Campbell hands to Gus. Into the lane, turnaround, fouled. He got Colby Hall up in the air. Coach Adam Miller wanted to travel.
Yeah, well, he does such a good job with that pump fake, and that time he got Colby Hall into the air and drew the foul. He's going to earn himself 2 more free throws. It's been good.
Up and in. Missed his first one, but he's made every one since.
9 for 10.
That's not too shabby. 31-29. Shells by 2. Shells by 3. He made them both.
He's got 8 points this quarter.
Well, the Shells had a 5-0 lead early on, and this is their biggest lead since then. A 3-point advantage. And now Corey throws it away, and then he reaches in with a foul after the steal.
A little undisciplined basketball right now by the Oilers. They're making some uncharacteristic plays here and some unforced turnovers. 4 turnovers in the quarter, and Adam Miller wants to talk about it. He's staring at his largest deficit since the Shells scored the first 5 points of the game.
Third quarter, 2:32 to go. 30-second timeout for Coach Miller.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got top, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Wood River and Marquette at 4 o'clock. You have Pana and Hillsboro after that. Litchfield and Metro East will wrap it up tomorrow night. Roxana will not play until Monday in the tournament.
How about the Knights? Top seed going in. They're a fun team to watch.
They are a solid club. There's a turnover by the Shells. Oilers ball. Long pass to Hall. He grabbed it, and then it was knocked out by Touche. East Alton Wood River basketball.
Just trying to get on in a quick transition there, and both players going after the ball.
They throw it in to Lucas Cobb. He hands it back to Corey. Back to Cobb. Give and go. Good off the glass. Lucas Cobb.
That's good teamwork there. Get the pass, receive it, go back inside. Nice little give and go. The defense did not collapse and sag back in on that, and Cobb gets himself an easy 2.
There's a give and go, but a travel on Garner as he went down the side of the lane without a dribble.
Kind of a similar play there where they do a give and go. If he puts the basketball down one dribble, he's got himself an easy layup. But this isn't the NBA.
Nope.
They're not going to get away with that here.
3.5 steps or so. Here's Smith with it. To Colby Hall, now to Kevin Tharp. Down to Cobb, knocked out by Garner. And 1:42 remaining here in the third period. 1-point game. Shells lead the Oilers here in Wood River by 1. 32-31. Here's Smith for 3, and it's way long. Air ball, out of bounds, Roxana ball.
Well, you want to talk about, he's hit or miss, isn't he? He'll get himself in position for a good shot and knock one down, and then at other times he just doesn't come close to the basket. That's been the case for him on his free throws.
Outside.
He's got 1 point here in this third quarter.
Yeah. And his second quarter was amazing. Had 12 points in the second period. Here's Campbell guarded by Tharp. That should have been a 5-second call, I think. Here's Gus inside, and he is bumped and fouled at the free throw line by Brandon Corey.
And that's his third foul.
A lot of players with 3 as we'll go to the fourth quarter in a minute.
It's going to be 11 and 12 free throws now for Gus in the game. He's doing a heck of a job getting to the line. The rest of the team only has 2.
Well, he's taken over here in the third quarter. 9 points in the quarter, 14 in the game.
And Yurkis comes back into the game, and imagining for defensive purposes, and he's only got 1 foul.
Gus again, and it's good again. 5 points at halftime for Gus, but this third quarter is a good one for number 30. 3-point lead again for the Shells. 3 for Corey. It's off the mark. Smith, though, lays it up and in. DeLaro Smith with a reverse layup.
Again, another offensive rebound, and that's just got to be a concern for Mark Briggs, that they don't know where he's at all times. You've got to know where he's at on the court.
1-point game, 30 seconds to go. Third quarter, here's Gus to Touche. Touche guarded by Corey. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. They spread the floor, and it's going to be Gus, I believe.
Well, no, hold it for the final shot here.
Here he comes.
Yeah, we got ISO'd, and they're going to try to double. Get a quick double here, but he's going to go one-on-one.
Inside, missed the shot. Rebound, Smith fires it up, and it's a miss at the other end as Hunter Riney goes flying into and through the doors and into the front hallway. And 33-34 after 3 quarters. The lead belongs to the Shells now over the Oilers as we go to the fourth. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
Louis Korak and Bryn Berkland back with you live here on the Big Z from Wood River. Shells and Oilers, 1-point game as we go to the fourth quarter. Huge crowd here. And they watch the Shells outscore the Oilers 14-7 in that third quarter. And they have the lead now. There's a steal. DeLaro Smith headed the other way. Smith, left hand, good! He lays it in. He's got 22 points.
Well, they get some high pressure in the high court there. They're able to force a turnover, and the Oilers quickly regain the lead.
35-34, Wood River by 1. Here's Campbell to Gus. Stolen away again. Smith to Tharp. He lays it up and in. Kevin Tharp from DeLaro Smith. Timeout Shells. How about that?
Couple of quick steals there, and boy, they get out into the fast break, and that's a heck of a start there in the first minute of the fourth quarter.
Timeout for Roxana, a 30-second timeout for Coach Mark Briggs, and Tharp has 4 points. His other bucket coming early in the game in the first quarter, but the first time it was Tharp stealing it to Smith, and then Smith stealing it and giving it to Tharp.
That's called good teamwork.
37-34, the Oilers have the lead.
Well, it's been a battle of runs. We've had a number of them in this game. Shells came up with a couple of big runs in that third quarter, and that's why they were able to come out and take a lead, but now they're staring at a 3-point deficit just like that.
We've had 3 ties in the game. 5 all, 12 all, 29 all in the third quarter. 37-34, Campbell for 3, and it's no good. Rebound, Corey on the weak side. Here comes Brandon Corey to Kevin Tharp. Down to Colby Hall now. Hall to Cobb, knocked away. Roxana ball.
Tried to force that into a tight area where there was nothing there.
Shells up the floor, 6:36 to go in the game. Roxana trailing by 3. Here's Daniel Campbell guarded by Smith. Campbell to Gus. Gus around Tharp to the baseline. Now to Yerkes. Yerkes inside, lost it, and a foul is called, and the foul is on Tharp. Got him on his arm.
I think he's calling him for the reach.
But he had lost the ball.
Because if he's calling it on Lucas Cobb, that was like running into a brick wall there.
It was. It was. Tharp reaching in, but again, he lost the ball, so sometimes that's not a foul if you lose possession. So out of bounds here, Tharp with his third foul.
Got a lot of guys with 3 fouls. Nobody's bit the bullet yet on that fourth one, have they?
Gus with 3, Riney with 3, Garner with 3. 4 Oilers have 3 each.
3s are wild, huh?
That's right. 7 players with 3 fouls each. Campbell to Garner, out to Gus. To the baseline, cut off there by Colby Hall. He threw it away. Gus threw it right to Smith. Smith all the way down, layup good! DeLaro Smith taking over in the fourth period.
And an 8-0 run now, back the other way, and the Oilers lead by 5.
39-34, Hall with a steal, and he's bumped out of bounds by Garner with a foul.
And there you go, there's your first one to the 4-foul marker. And boy, the Oilers getting it done here in this fourth quarter defensively. Defensively has been a big key so far. 2 minutes into this fourth quarter, and that's why they've built themselves a 5-point lead.
Here's Tharp all the way down, lost the handle, out of bounds, Roxana ball. Shells have it back, and it's interesting when you watch a team get outscored 14-7 and then turn it on in the fourth quarter like this.
Yeah, they scored 7 points in the third quarter alone, and already here 2.5 in, they've got 6.
Yeah, and lead by 5. 39-34 Oilers. Here's Riney. Back to Campbell. Over the defender. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Tharp the other way, and he's going to hold it up. Oilers ball. 5:10 to go. DeLaro Smith with it. Smith, 24 points in the game. Dribbling on the right wing, guarded by Gus. Now Hall to Tharp. Under 5 minutes left in the game. Tharp for 3, no. Rebound Riney. Roxana, outlet pass to Campbell. Campbell fouled by Tharp. Trying to take the charge. And Tharp will pick up his 4th.
If he holds his ground, he's going to get the charge, but ever so slightly, he gets the lean.
And now Yerkes in for Touche, and the Shells will throw it in under their own basket. Still a 5-point game. Coach Adam Miller wants Tharp to come over and have a word. He said, you got 4 fouls now.
And here's Campbell now. He's scoreless today.
Campbell from the free throw line. He rolls it in. Caught all of the rim and rolled in. Another free throw coming. 4:49 in the fourth. And this one's in and out. Lucas Cobb with the rebound. 4-point lead. 39-35. Here's Tharp. Oilers have the lead, and Cobb has the ball underneath, and he lays it in.
Too easy on the entry pass there. And I think that's what Mark Briggs is telling Garner. You got to make that a lot more difficult on him, son. That's just too easy of an entry pass and an easy basket to boot.
Riney turnaround, rolls in. He gets the touch.
Boy, that's a tough shot there.
In between a double team.
He's made a few of those, hasn't he?
Riney with 13. Timeout, Roxana. 4:18 to go. It's the Oilers 41, the Shells 37. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Honey, who does our car insurance?
State Farm.
And what about our house?
State Farm, too.
And what about our life insurance?
Why do you ask?
Well, I've got something to tell you.
Bringing new life into the world is one of many great reasons to talk about life insurance. So contact your State Farm agent today. They'll help you choose the right coverage.
Contact Tom Lane to discuss all of your life insurance needs at 377-8912 across from Gino's 140 Club in Bethalto.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Thorpe, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
The wire once again.
And all these seniors trying to beat the Shells for the first time here in Wood River in their high school career. Tharp a senior, McElroy a senior, DeLaro Smith transferring this year. He's a senior. Corey a senior. Lucas Cobb a senior. Here's Tharp, number 1 at the top of the key. 4 minutes to go. Colby Hall has it at the high post to Kevin Tharp. 4-point lead and the ball for the Oilers, and Riney over the back. As the entry pass went to Lucas Cobb, Riney with another foul.
And he's got 4 fouls now.
I believe he fouled out Tuesday night against Southwestern, too. 18 points that night for Riney. Tharp between the circles. 3:50 to go in the game. Fourth quarter. Brandon Corey has it. Now to Colby Hall. Hall to Corey. Now to Tharp. Kevin Tharp drives in, bounces it out to Hall. Now to Corey. Inside, DeLaro Smith. DeLaro Smith traveling. Hunter Riney was in the neighborhood. He took an extra step.
Yeah, just a little anxious there. He's able to keep the dribble. He's going to get himself a basket, but a little too anxious to put the points down there, and got called for the travel. Quiet quarters so far for Gus.
Riney into Yerkes, blocked away by Hall. Riney has it back. He missed it. Rebound, Smith out of that mess with the ball.
Boy, they had some opportunities there to make this a 2-point game.
Oilers ball, still up by 4, 41-37. They're going to take some more time off the clock. Here's DeLaro Smith. Free throw line, blocked by Riney. Gets it back, down to Cobb. Inside, blocked again. Cobb again. Missed it underneath. Knocked around, and the Shells have it the other way. Here's Garner. He lays it up and in.
Boy, how many opportunities did they have to score there?
Garner with 7 in the game, and it's a 2-point game now.
Fast break transition. It's where a lot of the points in this fourth quarter have come from for both sides.
Tharp with it. Down to DeLaro Smith. Smith fade away this time. No good. And over the back, Lucas Cobb.
That's number 4 on him.
Looked like he had all ball, and it was going to be a jump ball, but Cobb with his 4th.
And Hunter Riney's going to go to the line. He's got a shot to tie this thing up now.
Both coaches talking to their point guards here. Mark Briggs, Adam Miller, both in their blue dress shirts tonight with the ties.
And you notice how calm they've been throughout.
Briggs, a little darker blue shirt. Adam Miller, a little lighter blue shirt. Looking sharp. Outer blue. Carolina blue. Shot is missed from the free throw line.
Oh, and that was Garner at the free throw line. I thought it was Riney that was going to get to the free throw line there, but...
Timeout, Oilers. Full timeout for the Oilers and Coach Adam Miller here. And the Oilers lead the Shells 41-39. Back in Wood River in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Yourself a good possession here, maybe even get fouled and start getting to the free throw line and making some.
DeLaro Smith, free throw line, handed it to Cobb, inside, glass, and good. Lucas Cobb with a bucket.
Just a good play there, and that was a nice pass from DeLaro to get the ball underneath and for Cobb to hang on to it.
Here's Riney, kicks it out to Campbell for three, no good. Rebound Gus, blocked away by Cobb. He goes after the loose ball and has it. Cobb with it. And timeout called by the Oilers as Cobb kept it in the corner. 1:30 to go. The Oilers now by 4 thanks to that Cobb bucket at the other end.
Well, he's made a couple of baskets here in this fourth quarter. He's got 9 points in the game now. 2 big buckets here in this fourth quarter. Stretches the lead back to a 2-possession game. And that's always important when you're getting down to the last few seconds. We're down to 90 seconds left in the game.
24 points for DeLaro Smith, 9 for Cobb. Nobody else with more than 4. Tharp has 4, Hall has 4. Meanwhile, for the Shells, 15 for Gus, but again, 10 in the third quarter, none in the fourth quarter.
They kept him away from the basket, which has been important. A little bit of a hiccup there in that third quarter where he was able to get loose a few times. But for the most part in this game, they've been able to limit his shots, challenge his shots. He's gotten the majority of his points from the free throw line.
1:30 to go in the game. Oilers throw it in to Colby Hall. Hall dribbles it, hands it to Smith. DeLaro Smith will dribble it up the floor.
I fouled him right now.
Throws it to Tharp with 1:20 to go. Kevin Tharp all the way down. Lost it out of bounds on the inline. Tharp lost it, bobbled it just enough. Shells ball.
You don't want to put yourself in that position, and that was a dangerous gray area there. And a costly turnover. And here's the opportunity. The Shells, they need to convert here.
Gus down to Riney, went through his hands and he lost it. He was standing at the other side of the basket. Tharp the other way, fouled by Garner with 1 minute to go.
Oh, they got exactly what they wanted. Dribble penetration from Gus. Boy, what a nice layoff to Riney, and he just wasn't ready for the pass. And that's just a mental lapse there.
One of those where you go for the rebound instead of looking for the pass. Garner fouls out of the game, 7 points. And Tharp at the free throw line. 0 for 1. In the air, he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Hall with the rebound, though. Oilers ball up by 4. Here's DeLaro Smith inside. Finger roll, no good. Cobb, good! And 1! Lucas Cobb, a three-point try now.
Well, they've been dominant on that offensive glass all night long, and once again there, crashing the glass and able to convert a big three-point opportunity. And boy, Lucas Cobb once again with a key basket here in this fourth quarter.
And the free throw, Cobb.
He'll show you how to make it.
With a three-point play. Shells down by 7. Gus inside, no good. Cobb has the loose ball. Out to Colby Hall, 37 seconds left. Tharp with it. Now to DeLaro Smith. Brandon Corey with 30 seconds left. Shells aren't fouling. They're chasing the ball. Tharp has it. He's fouled by Campbell.
Well, it's a 3-possession game now, down to 25 seconds. This is going to be a big hurdle for the Shells to overcome, and I don't think they have enough time on the clock to overcome this deficit that they are looking at now.
Tharp with a free throw. It's good. This time he puts it up and in. 5 for Tharp in the game. 47-39, 8-point lead. Missed the second one. Cobb with the rebound, and he knocked it off of Yurkus. Oilers ball.
Another rebound off a missed free throw. How many of those have we seen here tonight?
Over and over and over again.
Too many.
Colby Hall has it. DeLaro Smith, 20 seconds left, fouled by Campbell. 8-point game, 47-39 Oilers, and they came into this fourth quarter down by a point.
Well, it's been their defense that's been the difference here in this fourth quarter. They turned the defensive intensity up. It looks like it's going to lead them to a victory.
DeLaro Smith up and in. 25 in the game for number 25.
How fitting.
48-39. He could make it a 10-point lead. 5 points for the Shells in the fourth quarter. It's good. 2 for 2.
8 unanswered.
Campbell for 3. It's no good. Smith has the rebound, and the Oilers will run out the 10 seconds. Nope. Campbell with a foul with 9 seconds to go. His 4th.
And that'll put a wrap on this one.
Maybe his 5th.
It is 5.
Oilers 49, Shells 39, and the Oilers empty their bench, and there go the seniors: Lucas Cobb, Colby Hall, Brandon Corey, Kevin Tharp to the bench.
And DeLaro Smith will join them, but he's got to shoot free throws.
Shells empty their bench too. Coach Mark Briggs will do the same.
Well, that's a sign that you're waving the white flag.
And what a ball game tonight. Close game all the way down till 2 or 3 minutes to go. And the Oilers pulled away. And will improve to 11-4. 6-3 in the SCC. And the Shells have too many players out there. They have 6 on the floor.
And now how do you turn around now if you're the Oilers after this emotional game and now play a tournament game tomorrow?
At 4 in the afternoon. Bus leaves at 2 for the Oilers. DeLaro Smith misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Or actually he has 2 here.
Double bonus now. That was the 10th team foul.
And 26 points. Second one good.
And he'll come out of the game now
with a big night again.
26? 27?
27, I believe. He only had 3 in the third quarter. 3 ball for the Shells. No good. 50-39. The Oilers over the Shells here in Wood River tonight. Oilers beat the Shells in boys basketball. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Dentistry with TLC. Stop hiding and start smiling. Alton Refrigeration, the first choice in quality HD TV and appliances. Quality Buick, Cadillac, and GMC, serving the Riverbend for 52 years. Professional, independent insurance agents. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alt Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet. Buy American.